Today's news from Ukraine. The armed forces of Ukraine destroyed a convoy of Russian tanks. Fighters of the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, which is fighting in the Bakhmut direction, destroyed 14 pieces of equipment of the Russian occupiers, 5 tanks and armored combat vehicles, and 4 cars each. We calculated this number and type of equipment on a video edited from footage taken by unmanned aerial vehicles of the Russian Aerial Reconnaissance Unit. Their operators searched for enemy targets and adjusted our fire on them. By the way, there are 3 destroyed tanks and 2 combat vehicles in one place on the road. Probably, this armored column attacked Ukrainian positions, but did not reach them. Plane crash in Ukraine. Yesterday evening, a tragedy occurred in the sky over Zhytomyr Oblast. 2 training military planes collided. 3 pilots died as a result of the crash. One of those whose heart stopped beating is Andriy Pilshchikov, known to the country by the nickname Juice. Juice has been destroying the Russian-fascist occupiers and his MiG fighter since the first days of full-scale war, including defended Kiev. The investigation will find out what exactly happened yesterday, but in a purely human way, tears come to the eyes. Eternal memory to the heroes. His friend Pavlo Potsalov informed about the death of Juice. Andriy Pilshchikov was not just a pilot, he was a young officer with mega knowledge and mega talent. He was an excellent communicator, he was the driver of reforms in Air Force aviation, a participant in many projects. I often supported his crazy ideas, which produced incredible results, said his friend. The armed forces of Ukraine shot down a Russian plane. Near the recently liberated village of Robotyne in the Zaporizhia region, the fighters of the defense forces shot down the plane of the Russian invaders. This was announced by the Donbass Operative Telegram channel, publishing the corresponding video shot by Ukrainian defenders. They discuss the hitting of the target, state its destruction, but do not say what exactly it was. At the same time, the video shows how some plane of an unknown type really smokes in the sky. Then it falls and a column of black smoke rises into the sky in the distance. Meanwhile, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, in the traditional report on enemy losses since the beginning of the large-scale invasion, indicated that the enemy had lost an aircraft during the day. The Armed Forces of Ukraine liberated new territories east of Robotyne. The Melitopol direction, the western part of the Zaporizhia region, remains the only one where the defense forces continue to conduct offensive operations, entrenching themselves on the achieved lines and carrying out counter-battery countermeasures. Among other things, the press center of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine told about this in the morning summary published on the official page on the Facebook social network. In turn, the Russian occupiers in this area carried out airstrikes on the districts of Malotokmachka, Robotyne, and Novodanilivka, and more than 20 settlements of Zaporizhia were damaged by the invaders' artillery fire. In turn, the authoritative domestic compiler of frontline maps and military observer Deep State recorded a slight, but still, advance of Ukrainian troops to the east of the recently released Robotyne. Drones destroyed 10 units of enemy military equipment. Aerial reconnaissance units from the Birds of Magyar unit have already destroyed 10 Russian units of military equipment, 5 of them armored. It will be recalled that the Magyar unit fought near Bakhmut, then it was transferred to Avdiivka, where it continued to successfully destroy the enemy. The Ukrainian military repulsed the invaders in Zaporizhia. Fighters of the defense forces continue assault operations in the Tokmak direction, Zaporizhia region. The press service of the 40th Separate Aeromobile Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported on this today in its Telegram channel. The Russians had a hot night today in the direction of Verbov. There is an advance in the direction of Novopokrovka. Soon there will be a release from the Novoprokopivka district. In turn, Russian propagandists from the cohort of so-called war correspondents in their report recognized the successes of Ukrainian fighters on this part of the front.